Welcome to Painless Maths. Today, we will continue to learn the topics that you need to know before starting high school. This unit is about basics of fractions. Let's start by getting familiar with some basic terminology. The first terminology you need to know is fractions. Fractions are numbers that represent a part of a whole thing. When using fractions, there are three components. 1. We call the part as numerator. 2. The whole as denominator. And the last component is a straight line in between the numerator and denominator. Let's look at a real-life example to understand fractions. Imagine you cut a birthday cake into 6 pieces and ate 5 pieces. You can express the amount you ate in fractions. In this case, the part is 5, which will be the numerator, and the whole is 6, which will be the denominator. So, you ate 5/6 of the cake. There are 3 types of fractions. The first type is called proper fractions. Proper fractions refer to those for which the numerator is smaller than the denominator. For example, 3/4, 5/8, or 1/100th. The second type is called improper fractions. Improper fractions refer to the ones for which the numerator is bigger than or equal to the denominator. For example, 7/4, 6/6, minus 5/3. The third type is called mixed numbers. Mixed numbers are the mixture of a whole number and a fraction. For example, 2 and 4/5, 8 and 1/7, 6 and 3/8. There are times that you may need to change them from one fraction type to another. An improper fraction can be changed to a mixed number, and vice versa. In order to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, first, you need to multiply the whole number in the front with the denominator and then add this to the original numerator. Let me show you with an example. 3 and 1/4 is given. To change this mixed number to an improper fraction, first you multiply the whole number, which is 3, with the denominator, which is 4. This gives you 12. Then, you add the 12 to the original numerator, which will give you 12 plus 1 equals 13. The denominator stays the same, so you will get 13/4. How about the other way around? In order to change an improper fraction to a mixed number, first you need to divide numerator by denominator, and the whole number will go to the front and the remainder will stay as the numerator. Let's look at an example to understand what this means. 19/5 is given. To change this improper fraction to a mixed number, first, you need to divide the numerator, which is 19, by the denominator, which is 5. So, 19 divided by 5 and you get 3 with remainder of 4. Then, the whole number, which is 3, will go front of the fraction, and the remainder of 4 will become the numerator. The denominator stays the same. So, you will get 3 and 4/5. Now, we have looked at how to change fractions from one type to another. Let's move on to other fraction basics. Coming up next is how to simplify fractions. Sometimes, the numerator and denominator will have common factors. You can simplify them by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the common factor. Some teachers call this simplifying or canceling. For example, 6/10 can be simplified since its numerator and the denominator have a common factor, which is 2. So, divide both numerator and denominator by 2, will give you 3/5. Since there are no common factors between 3 and 5, 3/5 is called the simplest form or lowest form. Okay, next is adding fractions. If we want to add fractions together, the denominators must be the same. For example, 2/7 plus 3/7 can be added together because the denominators of both fractions are the same. The denominator stays the same while you add the numerators. So, for 2/7 plus 3/7, the denominator stays the same, and you add only the numerators. It becomes 2 plus 3 over 7, which equals 5/7. The same idea applies to subtraction. The denominators must be the same in order to subtract fractions. You subtract the numerator while the denominator stays the same. For example, 7/8 minus 2/8 can be calculated because the denominators of both fractions are the same. First, the denominator stays the same, and you need to subtract only the numerators. So, it becomes 7 minus 2 over 8, which equals 5/8. How are you doing so far? Don't forget you can always go back and review this video anytime you like if you are not sure. Now, let's move on to the last topic for today. The last topic is adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators. There are 3 steps to do this. Follow me closely. Step 1. To add or subtract fractions with different denominators, you have to make their denominators the same first. You can do that by finding the lowest common multiples, or also called LCM, of the denominators. For example, to calculate half plus 2/3, firstly, you need to find the LCM of both denominators, which are 2 and 3. Here, the LCM is 6. If you don't know what LCM is, please watch my previous video first before you keep going. Step 2. Convert the numerators. To convert half to a fraction with 6 as the denominator, you must multiply the denominator by 3. You must then also multiply the numerator by the same number. You will have 1 times by 3 over 2 times by 3. So you will now have 3/6. This goes the same for 2/3. You need to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2 in order to make the denominator become 6. So, you should have 2 times by 2 over 3 times by 2, which will give you 4/6. Step 3. Add or subtract fractions as normal. Notice now that both fractions have the same denominator, they can now be added together. So, for 3/6 plus 4/6, the denominator stays the same, and the numerator needs to be added, so you get 3 plus 4 over 6. The answer is 7/6. Hope you are getting this. If you are unsure, please go back and watch this video one more time. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we will talk about multiplying and dividing fractions. Please make sure to watch that video too. Also, if you like this video, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for the easiest math tutorials on the planet. Bye for now.